Have you ever been in a meeting with Americans and heard someone say, "Let's circle back to that later"? Or maybe you received an email that said, "I'll circle back with you tomorrow." At first, you might imagine someone literally walking in a circle, but that's not what this means at all. Today, you'll learn exactly what circle back means, when Americans use it, how to use it naturally at work, some common mistakes to avoid, and we will end with pronunciation practice. Let's get started. First, what does circle back mean? When Americans say circle back, they simply mean return to this topic later or discuss it again later. Sometimes it can also mean follow up later, and people use this expression when they don't want to continue discussing something right now. Maybe they need more information. Maybe they're running out of time. Or maybe they simply want to postpone the conversation. And you'll hear this expression every day in American offices, meetings, emails, and on phone calls. Now, let's take a look at some real-life examples of how Americans actually use this. I want you to imagine your team is discussing next year's budget. One employee suddenly asks about redesigning the website. The manager says, "That's a great idea, but we're running out of time. Let's circle back to that next week." What does this mean? It means we'll discuss it later, not now. I want you to notice that the manager isn't saying no. They're simply postponing the discussion. Let's look at another example. Imagine that you send your manager an email with several questions. Your manager replies, "Thanks for your email. Let me review everything and I'll circle back with you tomorrow." That means I'll get back to you tomorrow. Or I'll follow up with you tomorrow. And it's very common in professional emails. Now imagine you're talking with a client and a customer asks about adding extra features to a project. You don't have the answer yet. Instead of guessing, you say, "That's a great question. Let me check with the team and I'll circle back with you this afternoon." This means I'll contact you again once I have more information, and this sounds professional and natural. Now imagine that your company is deciding whether employees can work from home. Your boss says, "We're still waiting for approval from management. We'll circle back once we have an answer." This means we'll discuss this again after we know more. Now there are two mistakes I want you to avoid. The first one is do not use it outside of professional situations. Native speakers usually say circle back at work. With friends, you're much more likely to hear, "I'll get back to you," or "We'll talk about it later. Let's talk later." Now the next mistake to avoid is do not use it for immediate action. You're not going to say, "I'll circle back in 5 seconds." That would not be correct. Now remember, circle back usually suggests coming back after some time has passed. It could be later today, tomorrow, next week, or after getting more information. Instead of saying circle back, you might also hear Americans say, "Let's revisit that," or "Let's come back to that." "Let's follow up later." "We'll discuss it again later." Or "I'll get back to you." And all of these have similar meanings, but circle back is especially common in business settings. Now let's work on your pronunciation. Repeat after me. Let's circle back. Let's circle back. Let's circle back. Let's circle back next week. Let's circle back later. Let's circle back tomorrow. For those of you that are working on improving your business English, make sure to take a look at this video.